Hello traveler, and welcome to the Definitely Greece channel. My name is Yota and I'm gonna run you through 7 tips that will make your next trip to Athens the best one. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can get all the best content for everything Greece. So stay tuned until the end of this video because we're gonna give you a 3-day itinerary for Athens because sometimes just tips is not quite enough. All of the suggestions you will find in this video are actually completely free. And most of them are in the center of Athens because we know most travelers want to be in the center of Athens, so can't wait to show you. So let's get started. Tip number 1. Did you know that Athens, like a lot of other ancient cities, was actually built atop 7 hills? And although one of them, you guessed it, the Acropolis, gets all of the eyes and all of the attention, there's 6 more beautiful spots for you to enjoy the next sunset or sunrise. Our favorites are Mount Kykafitos, which is a 15-minute walk from the center of Athens and is by far the tallest, so you can get a bird's eye view of the Attica landscape. Atop the hill you will find the little chapel of St. George, and it's an extremely romantic destination if you're here with your significant other. Tip number 2, and take this one very seriously. Book your guide and your visit to the Acropolis and the Acropolis Museum well in advance. What a lot of visitors don't appreciate about the Acropolis Hill is that it's very exposed with very few trees. There's a few water fountains at the very base and at the top. However, when the temperatures so high, it can be a very unpleasant experience. So book the guide ahead and you can never go wrong with booking your trip just very early in the morning so you can get the first light and enjoy everything at a cooler temperature. There's so many wonderful monuments to visit from the base all the way to the top. It's actually not just the Parthenon that is of historical significance in the Acropolis, and I encourage you to really dive into the history of each one of them. On average, it will take 2 to 3 hours depending on how fast or slow you want to go with your guide or by yourself. Do yourself a favor and book that trip in advance. No visit to the Parthenon, of course, is complete unless you visit the Acropolis Museum. It's just across the street, so make sure to book that ticket together. I think it's actually cheaper if you do it this way, and have a wonderful guide to take you around and really transform the history of that place for you. Tip number 3. Head to your local farmers or flea market and it will actually surprise you. There's so many around the city center, even a few steps away from the Acropolis. 2 of our favorite, of course, are the Varvakios Agora and the Monastiraki Flea Market. You can read a blog about them over here, or you can spell them like this. It's a wonderful thing to do the afternoon if you want to cool off a little bit and do some shopping, find some local arts and crafts, and of course, lots of gifts to take your loved ones back home. Tip number 4. There's more than just the Parthenon and the Acropolis. If this is the only museum you're planning on visiting, please do reconsider. There's so many amazing museums around Athens. One of our favorite is the National Archaeological Museum. You can find exhibits that span thousands of years and some of the best art that was discovered in the ancient world. If you prefer something that's a little bit more outside, there's always the Agora of Athens. It has a museum and several different temples and exhibits to follow. It can take as much as 4 or 5 hours. This is where everyday Athenian life took place. Philosophers, politicians, and famous ancient people walked around. So if you compare that to the Parthenon, which was the holiest of holy places, only 4 or 5 people were allowed to go there. There were priests. I think Pericles himself was only allowed to go up to the 2nd step or something like that. If you're an archaeologist, please correct me. So yeah, this is where you're gonna walk in the steps of Socrates, Plato, and a lot of ancient famous people. So do check it out. Tip number 5, explore Athens on a bike. You can never go wrong with renting a bike and trying to see as much as possible, especially if you're having a limited time. A lot of the archaeological spaces and things of interest around Athens are actually outside, so we highly recommend you check out Kokomot Bikes and Kokomot Bike Tours. This is a company with an incredible vision and they have built the world's first fully wooden bike. You can hire them on an hourly rate, or you can book yourself a morning tour where an expert local guide will take you for 3 or 4 hours around Athens and show you all the best things you can see in 2 wheels. This is just a recommendation from us. We do not get any commission or affiliations with Kokomot Bikes. We just love what they do and we really like their vision. So what do you need the most help with when you're planning your trip to Greece? Drop it in the comments below so we can help you out. Tip number 6. Head to the National, or sometimes known as Royal Gardens. This is a beautiful green spot to enjoy just right at the heart of Athens. This is right behind Syntagma, also known as the Greek Parliament. This is where the change of the guards happen. Grab an ice cream, grab a friend, grab a bike, and go co-op for the afternoon. And final tip, number 7. Visit the Athenian Riviera. This is a beautiful stretch of beaches, located about 20 to 30 minute drive down from Athens. If you're not visiting the islands on your trip to Greece, highly recommend it so you can get some of that Greek island living. Or if you have a little bit more time at your disposal, you can always book a day cruise to go around the Saronic Gulf and the beautiful islands that surround Athens. Places like Hydra and Poros, they're beautiful little islands just a few hours away from Athens, and you can spend the day there and be back at night. And a little bonus tip, find yourself a local, whether it's a local tour guide, a local travel agent, a local that will help you out when you don't know where to eat. We always like to say, don't ask where should I go eat, just ask where are you going to eat around here. Most people are more than happy to help tourists, and they will always find a way to speak English even if they really struggle. And if you don't have a local in mind, we can be the local for you, so drop your questions down in the comments, we'd love to answer. So as promised, this is the little 3-day itinerary for Athens. You can always head to the description below and download it for free so you can have it around with you at any time you need it. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button so you can be the first one to know about the new content about everything Greece. This is COVID season, it's always impossible to travel, so we're trying our best to bring Greece to you, but we really hope to see you one day in Greece too.